As our fair colony grows, so too does its economy. And with a growing economy, we have a thriving middle class that wants materialism. They want to purchase things. They want Gucci stores, they want Rolexes, they want Dolce and Gabbanas or something, whatever that is. So today in our colony, we are going to be focused on our luxury district, which is going to be filling this side of the colony and is going to be very fancy, I hope. But unfortunately, I have some absolutely terrible news, some horrible news that I wish I didn't have to share. You see, one of our builders, Eric, has died. He's gone. Eric is gone. He died tragically early this morning at the restaurant when he accidentally fell into the chimney somehow. Oh, there's his stuff. And burned alive. It's an absolute tragedy. It's a travesty. Eric was one of our very first builders. And honestly, I'm so disappointed that we lost him because he was one of the best builders. And unfortunately, now he's gone. And you know what? We're going to have to find somebody to replace him. And I think the best person to replace him is going to be this archer here. Adriana G. Curzon. Alexandria. Jeez, I don't know how to read. Alexandria here has now been promoted to the new builder position, which is great, but it's still sad that we lost Eric. But anyways, no time for grieving because we've got a lot of building to do today. The first thing I want to do is I want to place down, I want to take a look at some of the builds I want to place down in the luxury district. Okay, I've got 3 builds and 1 potential that I think I want to place in this area. We've got the dyer's hut, we've got the glass blower, we've got the mystical site, and we have the flower shop. The mystical site is one I'm not certain about, but if it does fit in nicely somewhere, then we will put it in. Right now, the dyer's hut and the flower shop are a problem because they require research in order to be placed down. So let's take a look at what kind of research we're going to need to do. Flower power unlocks the flower shop, requires composter's hut totaling at least level 3. Okay, we got some things to do. We need to get a composter's hut down so that we can unlock the flower shop. And then unlocking the flower shop should release the dyer's hut for us. We're going to add a few buildings over here to our farming area. I think we're going to place down 2 composter's huts, probably back here in this back corner, tucked away somewhere where they're not going to be seen. Because, man, those composter's huts, they can be dang stinky. So we want to keep them good and far away from our main colony areas. I'm actually thinking we make 3 of these, because they're so small. It might be easier just to make 3 level 1 composter's huts. Okay, all 3 of these are in process now. I think we're just going to help out our colonists here really quick and get some of these trees and junk out of the way so that they can build these things nice and quick. I need these down ASAP, guys. No dawdling. Hooray, that's 3 composter's huts. Nice. All right, now let's get this research underway. Flower power requires 64 compost, and lucky for me, I've actually been making compost over here. There we go. Got a stack right there. Oh, goody goody. No more waiting. Get straight into this. Flower power. All right, next thing we got to do here, and I almost forgot about it, we need to unlock the dyer's hut as well. So let's do that. Let's make that happen. All right, so for now, we can at least put down the glass blower's hut. And let's take a look at what that looks like. Oh, wow, that looks awesome. Whoa, look at that. Wow, I most certainly want that to be front and center. And you know what? Considering that it has a walkway here that goes right through the middle. Oh, it's only a 2x2. Oh, that's annoying. I'm tempted to put it right here. You know what? I don't think that's going to quite work. Okay, so there are a few other builds I want to put here. For one thing, I need another residence. One of my residences, one of my other villas is going to go right here. For sure. All right, so this right here is our mystical site. And you know what? I'm actually thinking that this might be the perfect spot for it because we're going to have a walkway right here. And it'll meet up with this perfectly. And then we can have a walkway here that goes to these buildings. It just feels right. Oh, but dang it, it's partially outside of the colony. So I guess we're gonna have to put down a guard tower somewhere around here. We're gonna have a guard tower down right there. I'm gonna need to get this built. And now I gotta get the heck out of here because there's a super blood moon happening. It's a blood moon happening right now. We gotta deal with it. There we go. We do the ritual and the moon should move through the sky quickly. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, great. No more blood moon. Awesome, awesome. We can keep going with the colony. Guard tower needs to be built ASAP. We already got somebody working on it, which is good. Oh, the library is now up to level 2. And you know what? I think I want to immediately upgrade it to level 3. Mostly because it's just going to look so dang good. I mean, it's got this little like outside courtyard, which is awesome. I think once it's actually done, I might knock down this wall and have it open because I think that would look a lot nicer. And our 2 residences here, this one and this one, need to also go up to level 3. Oh, this one needs to be up to level 2. All right, now our colonists need a few things. Some birch stuff, some concrete things, a blast furnace, chiseled quartz block. Oh, wow, lots of stuff. You don't know how to make birch doors, Jerry? All right, and they've got this black wool panel, orange wool stairs, and black wool stairs. And I think that all the wool stuff is actually made by our Fletcher over here. Geez, well, it took me a minute, but he's now has all the recipes for every kind of wool, which is nice. We need to supply our warehouse with some smooth quartz. And you know what? Our warehouse is actually starting to fill up here. And we're going to need some green stained glass and some white stained glass slabs. That's one's easy. We are out of green dye. So we could grab some cactus, which we have 76 of. But we can also use ferns, if you didn't know. Is a really cheap and easy way, if you don't have a desert nearby, of getting green dye. Look at that. All right, green stained glass, here we come. And there we go. All done. Now, while we're waiting for some of these builds to go up, I want to upgrade our mystical site to level 2 because I'd really love to see this thing grow. I want to see the point. I want to see the pointy bit. Oh, hang on. Look at this. Dyer's Hut, flower shop. Our research is done. Okay, so I know that our glassblower's hut is going to go over here. Somewhere like right there, I think. Because that way it'll line up with this walkway here. I think that'll be really good. All right, right there. Our glassblower's hut is going in. Somebody build this, please. Let's take a look at our dyer's hut now. Oh, okay, okay. It's kind of a long building. It's got its entrance on this side. Okay, I think it's actually going to go right here, which will probably pretty much cap this side of the colony, I think. I think this corner will have the flower shop. And then over here, we'll probably have another residence right here, which sort of ties in my home to the colony quite nicely, I think. Partially outside of colony. Oh, dang it. All right, well, once we get this guard tower up to level 3, that should give us enough space for that dyer's hut. The flower shop, I think, is actually going to go on this corner here. You know what? I think that is a perfect spot for that. I think that'll work really well. Build options, build building, flower shop. Then we're going to want this building up to level 3. We're also going to have to do something that I've been kind of neglecting for a little while. We're going to have to think about this road. Of course, it's going to come all the way down here, and then it's going to turn, and then it's going to turn here again, and it's going to go probably over here into like what's going to end up being like a parking lot. All right, let's get to work on that. Let's see how far we can get with that right now. Okay, we got a major portion of the highway in now. Check this out. Pretty good. Pretty good, if I do say so myself. I've even thought out some extra plans here. So I think that this is going to go to like, I think I'm going to have like a rounded section here that connects to the road, which is going to be like kind of like my parking lot, if that makes sense. And then over here, I'm going to have another like parking lot right here. I think that really helps like tie in my build and the factory to the rest of the colony and helps it make it feel all nice and meshed together. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. And these builds over here, we've gotten a decent way through most of them. This one's partially through round 2. This one's going to be upgraded to level 2. This one's partially through at level 2. This is partially through level 2. That building's level 3, and this one's on its way to being level 3. And we have a lot of things we got to provide the colony with. Like gray stained glass. We need to do stripped birch, wood, panels, pink tulips, blah. More oak bookshelves. Okay, hang on just 1 second. We need a way of making more paper. All right, well, for now, this is our best way of making paper. All right, 32 more bookshelves. Hopefully that's enough to satisfy our colony. Man, sugarcane, like, it's one of those things, like, it's really easy to make like a vanilla Minecraft farm for sugarcane. And for whatever reason, I just never get around to it. And so it always ends up being one of those things that I run out of, like, consistently. All right, so here's what I did. I basically replaced this whole section of crops with sand and water so that this rat right here, this farmer rat bro, will gather up a bunch of sugarcane. But we're gonna have to wait for him to build up a bit of stores so that I can maximize the output here. So we'll have to wait on that. And while we're waiting, I think that, ooh, look at this. Oh, that's cool. Ooh. It's like the Eiffel Tower. You see, like, this is why this is our fancy district. Because we got fancy things over here in the fancy district. Now, we've got a couple more builds to place down. We have our dyer's hut. Yeah, which I plan on having right about there. It's a wee bit tight, but overall I think it'll look really nice there. So let's build it. And then right next to it, I want possibly another guards tower, but directly adjacent from this building, I want another one of these buildings. All right, I'd say that's the spot. I don't know what we're gonna do in the middle section here, but I kind of like the idea of these two villas being like, yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's like that like neighborhood that has the houses that are like literally on an airplane strip, that literally their garages are for like airplanes, which is insane. That's what this is like. That's what these two homes are like, because they're like off of my airplane strip. Yeah. I think back here in this corner we're gonna have something. I'm not sure what it's gonna be yet though. And now we gotta get these build up. So build options, build this residence. Let's get Abdeel. And then our dyer's hut is already in process, which is fantastic. You know what? I need books. I need bookshelves. I'm thinking of heading out and looking for a village. Maybe this one. To go and raid some books out of. I need tons and tons of bookshelves, and I just don't have the sugarcane for it. I just don't have the sugarcane for it. So we're gonna find, aha, here we are. All right, mountain town, I am here to steal all of your bookshelves and maybe some other things. Okay, and from this village, I got a stack and a bit of books. Not a lot. I think that's as good as it's gonna get for the time being, unfortunately. Wait a minute. There's a structure here. Maybe they have books. Y'all got any of them books? They have diamonds. Holy jeez. There are so many of them here. Oh my gosh. This place is completely overrun. My gosh, I look like a pincushion. That was crazy. And we didn't even get much for it. Kind of just a bunch of junk. Don't do it. Don't even think about it. All right, I'd say it's time to head home. And while we're at it, we can take in this beautiful view. Man. I will say, while playing this mod pack, I have really, really enjoyed the views. It has been so nice flying around and just experiencing like the insanity that is distant horizons and shaders. Look, it's so, I can see so far away. Like that over there, that like, it almost looks like an island. That is like, I'm pretty sure that's this, which is ridiculous. Okay, well, we can make a few more bookshelves now, which will hopefully be all the colony needs for the time being. Yeah, look at all these bookshelves. I mean, it is a library, so I should expect it, but it's a lot. It's a lot of bookshelves. It would be easier for me to swap out these bookshelves for diamond blocks, honestly, which is crazy, but that is just the reality of it. These could be diamond blocks. These could be literally netherite blocks. All of this could be netherite blocks, and it'd probably be easier for me to get. I don't know. I'm just so reluctant. To deal with sugarcane for some reason. We got more requests from the colony. A lot of banners and stuff. Oh my gosh, I just realized something. I'm trying to provide this Fletcher's hut with recipes. So I want to do gray wool and light gray wool. And I just found out that what you can do is you can hit this button here, and then you can select the recipe you want, just like that. Oh my gosh, this is so convenient. I had no idea this was a thing. And we're literally just waiting for our colonists to get this stuff done. But I think that you guys are going to have to wait to see these builds finished, because that's the end of the episode. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see ya in the next one. I think next time we're going to try to focus on this side of the colony and just start fleshing out like just these big chunks of our colony, you know? We almost have this side done. And now I want to get this side done. I want to fill in this center section.